How's everyone feeling? I'm so glad you're here. So find a seat, whatever's comfortable for you. If you have to have the hips lifted on something or legs long or whatever, just find something comfortable so that you're not going to have to fidget once you sit. Bring your crown so that it's over your tailbone. So you may need to bring your head forward or back a little bit. Find that. And notice that your hips are grounded equally and the crown is lifted tall. Find your shoulders, draw them back. The backs of the wrists to the tops of the knees, palms turn open, and first finger and thumb touch. Let's take a deep breath in. Smile. Open the mouth, let it go. One more like that. Slow breath in. Filling up the chest. Out of the mouth, exhale. Breathing into the nose. And out through the nose. Feel the wind against your skin. Feel the movement as the breath comes in. How does it change the shape of your body? See if you can exaggerate that. So it's like you're opening the body from the inside out. And every time you exhale, you get a little bit softer yet stronger. Take your hands to your heart. Try to keep a gentle smile on the mouth. And as we are here with the eyes closed, bring your awareness into your purpose as to why you decided to come. Thanking your body for the ability to do this for you so that you can get to that goal. And with our practice, we're using the body as a tool to actually strengthen the mind. Of course, the body is going to get stronger in the process, but really it's the mind that we're trying to control. The easiest way is with the breathing. So slow your breath and feel it move through your body. And you want to feel that same sensation as you move through your practice. We'll begin the practice with 3 ohms. Keep that gentle smile on the mouth. Inhale. Inhale. Inhaling, big smile. Keep that smile. Let's take the hands to the knees. We will practice Kapalabhati breath. So this is really good for beginning the practice because it actually brings heat and strength into the core. It's really good for detoxing the lungs as well as detoxing emotions. So what we're doing is inhaling into the belly, and it's a strong exhale. We're snapping it in and the belly releases on its own. So the stronger the exhale, the more passive the inhale can be. We're breathing in and out to the belly and through the nose. If you want, you can have your hand on your belly to kind of feel that movement if you need. So remember, it's in and out through the nose, and you can start slow if you need to. I'll demonstrate for you actually, just so you see what I mean. So it's just a passive inhale. I'm not. Okay. So let's inhale to prepare and begin. Three, two, one. Exhale, exhale, exhale. draw your root lock, so squeeze the center of the pelvis. Keep exhaling, hold it out, tuck your chin to your throat. So as you're here, you're trying to hold the breath out without any tension on the face or the mind. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lift the chin, keep your root lock, inhaling slowly and all the way up into your chest. Hold the breath in without any tension through the body. Keep holding. Soften the muscles of the face for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slow and controlled. Again, a slow breath in to the belly and the chest. And control the breath out. The heart can beat quick, but you have the control of the breath, you have the control of the mind. Remembering your intention, big smile, inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers, exhale, palms to the sky, lift the chest and chin, deep breath in. Exhale and round, so knuckles reach to the water, round your back. Come back up, inhale, palms to the sky, lift the chest, lift the chin. And exhale, round, knuckles away from you, squeeze the belly, squeeze the tailbone forward. Inhale to come up, and now the tailbone reaches back, the chest goes up. Exhale and round it forward. One more. Inhale, come up, palms up. And exhale, round. Squeeze the belly. Inhale to come to center, reach the arms out wide to a T. As we exhale, left hand comes down, right arm goes over, and turn your gaze up to the right elbow. Inhale, coming back up through center. We're just going to go side to side, over to the right. As you go, push your left hip down. If you want to hold the stretch a little longer for a few extra breaths, go ahead. And notice the slower you go, the more control you can create, the more sensation you can find. Try not to rush through it. Remember the breathing, so let's inhale to come up. Exhale to go to the side. Feel your foundation stays grounded as you move the upper body. We're going to hold the next one over to the left. You can go as far down as you want. You can have the hand or the elbow down. Now check in with that right hip and really press it down. Turn your gaze towards your right bicep or elbow if that doesn't hurt your neck. Try to keep your chin slightly tucked into your collarbone. Now breathe in between your right side ribs and press them up to the sky. As you exhale, draw your belly in and really push your right hip down. Inhale to come back up through center. Realign your spine, realign your hips. Right hand comes down. Try to keep your chest still square to the front of your mat. And the left arm goes over. Draw your left hip, press it down. Turn your gaze up if that feels okay to the neck, but try not to let the neck back bend. Keep your chin slightly tucked. As you're reaching the left fingers away, you're equally pressing the left hip down. Find your left side ribs. Breathe in between them, creating space. And let's come back up when you're ready. Move it forward to table. When you get to your table, hands under your shoulders, spread your fingers. It's really important here to notice where your foundation comes from. A lot of times we tend to rest on the wrists, so be aware, try to push into the knuckles and fingertips equally as much as the wrists. Knees under the hips, drop the belly, lift the chin, inhale. Exhale and round the back. When you're rounding, point your tailbone as far down as you can. Inhale to come up, and when you're coming up, pull your shoulder blades as far down towards your hips as you can. Exhale, round. Tailbone points down, chin tucks in. Inhale to lift. Chest goes forward, shoulder blades go back. Try to go slow And remember, we're linking the movement with the breathing and with the thoughts. Keep your thoughts on your breath. Keep your thoughts on your movement. Come back to neutral. Hands are under the shoulders. Square the spine so that it's parallel to the ground, so you're not arching and you're not dipping. Bring your right shoulder towards your right hip and look at your right heel. Come back through neutral, so notice here we don't want the belly to dip. Exhale, left shoulder towards left hip. Come back through center. So be aware, watch me for a second, try to avoid tilting too much. So we're trying to side bend strictly through the spine, not so much through the hips. So you're drawing the left hip up to the left shoulder as you come to the left. A couple more. And you should be feeling this in the side abdominals as well. Draw your belly up and in. Your exhale strengthens the movement. Come back to center and sit onto the tops of the feet. Make sure you're comfortable and stable. Reach the arms up. So with this exercise, we breathe out through the nose forcefully, the elbows pull down and the thumbs tuck into the fists. It's a strong inhale as we open up and a strong exhale, and it's always in and out through the nose. I'll demonstrate. So again, it's a strong exhale. This is really good for strengthening the lungs and also clearing out the lungs. So inhale, prepare, and begin. 5. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold the breath. Lift the chin slightly. Gentle smile. Holding the breath, but not tensing the jaw or the face or the shoulders. Keep holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands to the thighs, chin parallel to the ground. Close the eyes. Control your breath. Inhale slowly, belly to chest. Control your breath out. Exhaling, chest to belly. Slow breath in. Control your reaction. Slow breath out. See if you can bring a little softness into the jaw, gentle smile. Let your brain know that all is good. Ujjayi breath, so constricting the back of the throat slightly. So it sounds like a sound, but your your lips are closed. If you want to try that. So it's just, I don't think you'd be able to hear me. So that's how you would constrict the back of the throat as you go through the practice. That helps to keep your focus on your practice and your body warm if you want to practice that. So inhale, come forward to table, and exhale, downward dog. So with downward dog, there's a lot going on here, so play around with it. Lift one heel and drop the other, and just go side to side. And notice how this feels to your knees, your ankles, the bottoms of your feet. Hold neutral, step your feet as wide as your mat, and press your armpits back even further to your thighs and rock side to side. Try not to rush it. Really explore what's going on with the body. Your body is completely different today than it was yesterday. So how does it feel here, right now? Hold to neutral, stepping the feet back together in line with the hips. Deep breath in. Exhale the knees down to table. We're going to keep the knees down, but the toes tucked under. Walk your hands back. So if it's too much for your toes, just stay in table with your toes tucked under. If it's okay and you can stand it, you can come up. If that's still too much, you kind of play around with where you put your weight of your hands or your hips on your heels. Try to get the heels to point directly up so they're equal. And then take note of how you react to the sensation. Sometimes it's too much, and then you resist it because you're like, oh, when's this going to be over? When's it going to be over? But that doesn't help the stretch part. It doesn't help the body to open. And then it also tells your mind that this movement is stressful. It's going to link those two feelings together. So instead, I'd rather you come forward, take as much softness into the toes as you need, but still create the stretch and still have the ability to feel the stretch, but still enjoy it. And now let's find our breathing. Inhale slowly through the nose. And as you're exhaling, feel it come out of your toes. Notice you can let your ankles soften more. Let's come forward to table and downward dog. We've been here before, but now notice the link of your feet to your heels, your ankles, your knees, and your hamstrings. So notice that a tightness in your foot is going to have so much effect on your knees and your hips. Because already, just by doing that movement with your feet, there's already a difference. Slow breath in. Exhale. Bring your shoulders forward. Bring your shoulders forward and bring your right foot in between your hands. Bring your left knee down. Untuck the toes. Bring your right foot so that it's right underneath the knee. And the left knee can drag back as much as you need it to, but keep the left hip so that it's still square with the right. And we're just going to hold here. Notice your reaction. See if you can breathe into your left hip flexor. Notice if you squeeze your left glute, it can release the left hip flexor a little more. So notice that correlation there and kind of play around with what feels good. When you're ready, hands to the right knee. If you want, hands can stay down. Now we're activating the hamstring and glute. Draw your left hip forward, your right hip back. Arms up. Keep drawing the left hip forward, arch the back, chest towards the sky. Keep drawing your left hip forward. Try not to hunch the shoulders. Big smile. Big inhale. Exhale the hands down. Take your time. Hands are going to stay down. Draw the hips over the left knee and straighten the right leg a little bit or a lot. And come forward. Bend the knee forward. So all we're doing is going back and forth with that right knee. When you bring the leg back, try to get the toes to point up. And that's going to help to access that back line. It's going to help to open up the toes, the calf, the knee, the hamstring. Move with your breath. Inhale to open it and exhale to sink forward. Last one here. The foot's going to stay down. Find that the knee is again over the ankle. Tuck the left toes and lift the left knee. So now you'll see the correlation of the movement of your toes for your lunge. Take your right arm out and up. Draw your left hip forward and draw your right knee towards your midline. Shoulder blades squeeze back. Now find your left glute, squeeze it so the left hip flexor gets more space. Deep breath in. Hand down, exhale. Draw your left knee back down. And hips back, right foot back, right knee next to left. Sit back to child's pose. So child's pose is a great posture to expand the breath. It's a beautiful posture to allow the back ribs to open. Try to have the head supported on something. It's your hands or your mat or a block or your purse. Now bring your awareness into your side ribs and underneath your shoulder blades. As you breathe in, expand there. So you're opening up underneath those spaces. And then when you exhale, you're in that perfect shape to draw your belly in, squeeze it, and it can help to lengthen your lower back. Inhaling wide, all the way up. And then as you're exhaling, draw it in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more breaths like that, fully aware of your movement within your body. Arms reach forward, and let's come back up to table. Tuck the toes and move to downward dog. When you're ready, come forward, left foot between the hands, and the right knee comes down. So find your foot underneath the knee, right toes untucked. You can draw your right knee back if you need. We're opening up the right hip flexor, and we're just getting the body comfortable with this shape. So start breathing slowly. Notice how your exhale softens your hip. I feel like everyone's looking around. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so from here, left leg straight, or no, actually first we're coming up, hands to the knee, chest up. And make sure that you're grounded into that left foot, reach the arms up. As you're reaching the arms up, right hip pulls forward, arch the back. Softening the shoulders, softening the jaw. Big smile, inhale. Hands down, exhale. Left leg straight, inhale. So now we're moving through the back of the leg, but remember the toes are part of that. So when you get the leg to straighten, toes lift and spread. Two more. Inhale when you straighten, and exhale when you bend. This next one we hold. Find your foot underneath your knee. Right toes tuck under, and the right knee lifts. So remember, we have to have that strong hip, right glute strengthening so that the right hip flexor can open a bit more. Left arm goes out and up. When you bring it up, squeeze the inner thighs towards the midline so that you're not splaying the left knee to the left. Pull your right hip forward, left hip back. Straight right leg, a little more. Deep breath in. Hand down, exhale. Right knee down, and sit back, child's pose. Bring your focus inward. Next inhale, arms forward, coming up to table. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale the right foot between the hands. The left knee is going to stay off the mat. Arms up. Strong through the legs and arms. Just as strong as the legs are, get that power to reach out of your fingers. Left hip pulls forward and we lean back. Strong left leg. Squeeze that left glute. Deep inhale. Hands to heart as we exhale. If you're having a hard time with balance, try to step your right foot out to the right a little bit. Yeah, hands to heart, and then left elbow to the right knee. If you need to, bring it all the way down onto the thigh. Yep. If you need to, the back knee can come down. Chest lifts towards your thumbs. Look to your right elbow and squeeze your left glute. Straighten your left knee. Deep breath in. And exhale the hands down, framing the right foot. Left knee comes down. Draw the hips back. Drag the right heel forward. Left hip pulls forward, right hip pulls back. Draw the shoulder blades back. Try to keep a gentle expression on the face so that the body knows it's safe. If you want more intensity, fold. It doesn't matter if you fold. It's just whatever you want to feel into that hamstring. What sensation do you want to create? Deep breath in. And exhale, drag the hips back, the heel back, table pose, downward dog. Now as we're here in our downward dog, find your foundation and the hands and feet are equal and strong, not rigid or tight. The breath is easily moving all the way from the lower belly to the outer armpits. The neck is relaxed. Try not to hunch the shoulders. Think about reaching the crown to your thumbs. Press your hips back a little more. Inhale. Left foot between the hands as we exhale. You have the option of keeping the back knee down. So before you come up, if your foot is right in front of the other foot, you're going to fall over. So walk your left foot a little bit out to the left so you can keep them like as if you were still standing, or even wider. So whatever feels best for your balance. Coming up when you're ready. The back leg is straight and strong. Shoulder blades back and down. Chest up. Strong right thigh, strong right glute. Big smile, inhale. Hands to heart with the exhale. Lean forward. Bring your right elbow outside of your left thigh. Think about left elbow, get it up above your right elbow. Pull your shoulder blades back and straighten your right leg. Get both legs the same strength. Deep breath in, look to your left elbow. Exhale, hands down. Walk the hands inside the left foot. And, sorry, no, we're not doing that one yet. Bring your right knee down and straighten the left leg. Left heel goes forward. As far forward as comfortable to you. We're trying to access the toes as well. So try to get the toes up and think about pushing from the arch of your foot. Spine is long. The breath is easily moving. Remember the intention of the posture. Remember your intention of the practice. It's a perfect opportunity to thank the body for the ability to do this for you. If you want to fold, go ahead. Keep your shoulder blades drawing back and your crown reaching away. Widen your breath. Next inhale, come up, plant your left foot, and we walk the hands towards the right. Walk your feet in and moving into standing with the feet wide. Walk your hands as closer to your feet as comfortable, so you're folding in towards the thighs. Inhale to come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, and coming back to the front of the mat. Left foot in, or right foot in. So now find that your feet are directly underneath your hips or a little bit wider for balance and strength. With this Kriya, it's really good for strengthening the immune system, strengthening the lungs, and clearing the mind. So the arms start out wide, we twist to the right, we tap the chest with the left hand, we come back to center, and then we so it's a strong tap. I'll demonstrate, and it's again inhale and exhale through the nose powerfully. So I'll start. Okay, inhale and begin. You want to make a sound as you're tapping the chest. Three, two, one. Inhale, 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 arms wide. You can close the eyes here if that feels comfortable, or just focus on one spot. Keep holding the breath and just feel what's going on within the body. No tension on the face, maybe even smile. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down. Stepping the feet back in. Finding your Tadasana. Finding your breath right away. No need to fidget. Find your pose. This is also a pose, a posture of balance and strength, effort and ease. Control the heartbeat. Control your reactions. Opening the eyes. Smile, take your hands to your hips. Ground into your left foot. Bring your right heel up and notice if that caused you to tilt. So hold the hips square, right knee, heel down, left heel up. So we're just going to go side to side. This requires a little bit of strength in the abdominal wall and alignment of your pelvis with your ribs. So be aware of all of that happening here. If you want more intensity, right knee up. If you want to stay with the heel only coming up, that's good too. Don't rush it. So remember, the intention of the movement is to practice the stability of the hips. It's not about getting the knee up or down. So think about your intention. And remember your breathing. So start, left foot stays down, left arm goes up, right knee goes up, or heel, and down. So notice if you start tilting to one side. If you need to, just do it with the heel first so you can prepare the body, prepare what needs to be activated. And then, make sure you're breathing. Inhale to come up. And exhale to lower down. The lowering down is just as important as the coming up, so be aware. A really good tip is to make sure that your toes are spread rather than gripping, because that will give you more of a foundation and a more ability to adapt. Last one, left knee, right arm. And then when you're done, just hold your Tadasana once again. Find your pose, find your posture, find your breath. Take your hands to your hips, spread the toes of the left foot, the right foot to the outside of the left. So now the ankles are crossed with the left, with the right in front. Arms out wide. Take your left hand behind the head and the right hand behind the low back. Notice if you right away tucked your chin, keep your head so that it's in line with your rest of the body. If you want more intensity, start to bend the left knee and drag the right outer ankle to the left outer calf. But be aware of your pelvis. Again, even here, we don't want to dip it. If you need to, toes stay down. If you want more intensity, hands can walk closer together behind your back, whatever feels best for you. Remember, you choose this posture. You are choosing your pose. So be aware of your intention. It's not about getting it done. Feel your body. Big breath in. Spread the toes of your left foot. And exhale, release the hands. Release the foot. Find your Tadasana. No need to fidget. Find your breath. Clear the mind by focusing on the breath. Hands to the hips. Right toe spread. Left ankle outside of the right. So this might be enough already here if you need to start balancing through the pelvis. Arms out wide. Left hand behind the head, right hand behind the back. Remember, the chin stays parallel to the ground. Collarbone stays square to the front. If you want more, start to bend the knees, squeeze the inner thighs as much as you can together. And then be aware if you start dipping to the one side, tailbone is pointing slightly down. Think about aiming your tailbone kind of to your, right behind your left or your right heel. And your elbows are wide, wide, wide. Breathe deeper. If you want, hands walk closer together. Let the wobbling happen, but let the bottom of your foot absorb it and adapt to it. Spread the toes of your right foot. Big breath in. Big smile. And exhale, release. Find your Tadasana. Feel the sensation of your practice. Slow breath, control it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward, step the feet back, downward dog. Notice how you feel here. Bring the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Inhaling, arms up, crescent. Exhale, hands to heart, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, come back up to crescent. Exhale, hands down, right foot to plank, inhale. Now we're going to hold our plank. Bring your hips so that they're at the height of your shoulders. Spread the fingers and walk your toes back if you need to get your body in line with the ground underneath you. Think about your tailbone and point it to your heels, right in between your ankles. Lift your kneecaps. Shoulder blades pull down towards your hips, but the crown reaches away. Deep breath in. Exhale, just the knees come down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chin and the tailbone. Bend your elbows back behind you and exhale the chest right in between your thumbs. Straighten the arms, come back up. Inhale. 2 more like that. Exhale. Elbows point back, chest stays down, chin goes forward. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. Stay down. Lengthen your legs. Tops of the feet stay on the mat. Bring your elbows forward. So your elbows are just a few inches in front of your shoulders. Collarbones are wide. Shoulder blades are back. Think about reaching from your elbows out of your mat and the crown up to the sky. Take your left fingers to point to the right side of your mat. If you need to, walk your left elbow further away for more balance. Bend your right knee behind you and reach for your right ankle. Come back to neutral. and switch. We're just going side to side. As you're moving, try to keep your pelvis down. So the body is going to want to lift kind of up into a table pose, but instead try to keep your hips down, pressing down. So we're opening up the hip flexor. Also, think about getting the shoulder to go back so that you're opening up the rib cage. Notice the correlation of the rib to the hip and try to create some movement there where they align. One isn't pulling more than the other. Try to really feel the body move in unison. Try to go a little slower. This last one on the left. Come back to neutral. Make a pillow with your hands. Bring your forehead to the backs of the palms. Let your heels turn outward. Breathe into your belly and breathe into your back. Two bumblebee breaths here. It's a long inhale and we exhale with a humming sound. The forehead resting on the backs of the hands, and feel that vibration into your third eye. Inhaling together. Inhale slowly. Notice how you feel. Feel that vibration throughout the body. Next inhale, coming up to table. Sit back to child's pose. Tailbone pressing towards the heels. Breathing wide into the sides of the shoulders. Inhale to come up. Walk your knees to the left side of your mat. Come to sit. Bring the legs straight forward. Left leg is straight, right foot goes to the inside of the straight left leg. Square the chest over the left thigh and fold forward. So we're trying to access the right inner thigh and the left hamstring and knee. Notice how this shape affects your breathing. With the next inhale, come up. Lean to the right and bend the left knee. So the left heel is kind of on the edge of your mat. The further away it is, the more intense you're going to feel it. We're trying to get an inward rotation of the thigh. The left hip, inner thigh is as flush to the mat as you can get it, and the bottom of the arch of the foot is on the mat, or on the grass if you need it further away. And then we can walk the hands back a little or a lot. Remember, you choose how deeply you go. And then you control your reaction. Keep a smile so the body knows that you're good. Imagine that you're exhaling right out of that left hip. Try to relax your chest, relax your jaw. We're going to come up slowly. Bring your left leg forward and your right leg forward and fold forward. Don't force it. We're just trying to bring balance back to the left and the right sides of the body. Establish that deeper breath into the back. And let's come up. Left knee bends, bottom of the foot to the inside of the right straight leg. Chest square over the right thigh. And fold. Make sure you're breathing long and controlled. Direct the breath in like it's coming directly through your skin into your right hamstring. Feel the low back softens on the exhale every time. Inhale to come up. Bend, so lean to the left, bend your right knee. The foot goes to the edge of your mat. The inner edge of the foot is flushed down. Hips square. If the hip is up, that's kind of normal too. Just make sure you don't force anything as you go back. One side's going to feel different than the other. Start to bring your awareness into those little minute differences. Go deep into that right hip joint, into the joint capsule, the glute muscle, the thigh. Be fully present with what's going on there. And coming up slowly, controlled. The right leg swings forward. The left foot to the outside of the right thigh. You can stay with the leg straight, or if you want, bend the right knee as well. So either way is good. Just make sure that your pelvis stays down. Arms out to a T. Bring your left arm over under your right. Hold your shoulders. Try to keep your head in line with your neck and your tailbone. If you want, backs of the hands touch. If you want, left fingers go to right palm. Breathe into the space that this is creating. Don't force it. If you went to one modification and you don't like it, just go back to the last one. Now let's check in with the hips, check in with the knees, check in with the breathing. Let's unwind the arms. Inhale, the arms up. Take the left hand down beside you, reach the right arm over. Big breath into the right side. Coming back up when you're ready, the right hand comes down. Release the legs. Right foot outside of the left thigh. So stay here or bend the knee. Just make sure both hips are down. So a lot of times when we bend the bottom leg, we start to lift the hip. So just make sure that that's not really important to get the knee down as much as it is to get the hips down. Arms out wide. Left arm over the right. and hold your shoulders. Or choose whatever modification works. Make sure that your spine is in its neutral position and you move the limbs from there. Once you've found your shape, find your breath wide and let it move into the different angles that this posture is creating for your body. Big smile. Inhale, arms up. Right hand down, left arm over. Breathe into that left side. Next breath in, come up. Release the legs forward. Heels are going to rest to the front of your mat. Hips come up to your heels. Arms as long, in line with the shoulders. Inhale, roll down. Arms back. Exhale, come up. Keep going. If you need to, use your hands. You can also use your, pull your feet up if necessary. But again, we're trying to control this movement as we breathe through the movement as well. Inhale to go back. Exhale to come up. Control the mind. Just focus on your breathing and focus on the strength that you are cultivating. Thank your body as you're able to do this. 2 more. Last one. We're going to stay up. Make sure your hips are grounded and equal. Hands go right behind your knees. Pull your shoulder blades back, and the spine is strong from crown to tail. Bring your right heel up. Bring your left heel up. You're tipping back enough so that you can create that balance. If you want, release the hands, but keep the back strong. If you need to, the hands go back behind your knees or on your mat. Big smile, inhale. Hands to the knees and come all the way down onto the back as we exhale. Bring the arms out wide to a T, inhale. Knees fall to the left and exhale, turn your gaze to the right. Let your knees soften down. Let your ankles soften down. If you need to separate the knees, do whatever feels right so that you can feel supported through the limbs from head to toe. Now that you're here, bring your awareness into your right ribs. Soften your right shoulder blade down. If you are arching your back, plant your right foot and lift your right knee to the sky. Make sure your back is relaxed. Now take your breath underneath your right ribs, all the way up into your right armpit. And exhale, soften there. Feel your shoulder blade relax a little more. Your low back relax a little more. Again, breathe underneath your right ribs. And exhale, soft. Low back relaxes. Come back to center. The knees point to the sky. Bring both knees into the chest. Realign your spine. Hands to the knees and lift the low back just enough to lengthen your low back. Come back to neutral, arms wide, and knees over to the right. Turn your gaze left. And then separate the knees so the closer to you is going to have more of a low back twist, and then if the knees are further away, it's more of an upper back. So kind of play around with where you put your knees and where you want to feel it right now. Take your awareness into your spine, and if you are arching your spine, plant your left foot so the knee points to the sky. Take your awareness into your left rib cage and low back. Breathe into that space like you're filling a balloon and expanding it. The exhale lets it relax and soften. Next breath in, come back through neutral. Bring your knees into your chest. Hands to the shins, forehead to the knees. Use your hands to really pull the thighs close to you. Forehead to the knees. Long through the back of the neck. Smile and inhale. Exhale to release the head down. Plant your feet. The knees point to the sky. Take your hands to your belly. Close the eyes. Breathe underneath your palms. Two bumblebee breaths here. Inhale. Happier, inhale. Notice how you feel. You always have the ability and the control. Let your legs lengthen to the corners of your mat. You can have your hands beside you or overhead or remain on the belly, whatever feels good. Let your toes turn out. And feel your body completely held by the earth. Bring your arms overhead if they're not already there. Bend your knees. Planting your feet, roll onto your right side and let your right ear rest on your right arm. The knees are into the chest and the left hand rests in front of the chest. And use the left hand to help you come up to sit. Once you find your seat, find your stillness. Hands to the knees as we began. This last breathing exercise is really good for balancing the emotions, balancing the body physically, balancing the hormones. So we use the right hand, the first two fingers go into the root of the thumb. The right thumb blocks the right nostril, right finger blocks the left nostril. I'll guide the breath. Let's exhale together. Block the right, inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right, a little longer. Inhale right, direct it to your third eye. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left to the third eye. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Take your right hand to your right knee. Breathe equally through both nostrils. Direct it all the way up to the third eye. Hold the breath in. Eyes remain closed. Bring your focus to your third eye. Keep holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Take your hands to your heart. Ending the class with 1 Om and 3 Shanti. Inhale together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace. Namaste. Namaste to your neighbor. Thank you guys. Namaste to the sky, yes. Thanks guys.